Welcome to Independent Voice, where we're transforming journalism with real talk. Here's our weekly news roundup. Anti-Semitism reaches a new peak in our lifetime as the New York Times examines in a report on American anti-Semitism. Attacks on Jews for the actions of an Israeli government a world away are collective punishment, and collective punishment is bigotry. This was not even a question when Muslims in America were attacked as retribution for the murderous actions of al-Qaeda on 9/11, says author Jonathan Weissman. For what it's worth, Fox News reports that many progressive politicians on the left condemned recent domestic terrorist attacks on social media. CNN reports that the Israeli military opened fire on Palestinians at food banks for the third day in a row. People are starving and need supplies, and there's an evident culture clash here. Speculation remains that a secure, orderly distribution of supplies is needed, and people must act orderly, not erratically, or be mistaken for a possible suicide bomber who could take out 5 times as many people. Peace is the plan, and as we get closer each day, we let higher minds lead the way. Peace is the plan, and we get closer each day. Let higher minds lead the way. Peace was in flimsy evidence at some of the graduation speeches at universities across the United States. Top universities have accepted donations from Muslim-run countries for years, and now the student body is reflecting religious extremist values. The separation of religion and state must remain the norm. Broadcast news remains under threat by the office of the president, who seems intent on pursuing a lawsuit against 60 Minutes for the way an interview with Kamala Harris was presented. There are accusations of poor editing of the segment, and the lawsuit takes the issue next level by suggesting election interference and using it as an excuse to delay approving a merger of the parent company. We heard about the Chinese computer scientist and cybersecurity expert with tenure at the University of Indiana who was fired without the school disclosing any information. What is not widely publicized is that his wife, a library analyst at the same university, was also fired 4 days before. No one knows why, but there was a report that the family is safe. We'll report again on this ongoing story. USA Today lists the top 10 countries Americans want to move to, with Portugal topping the list once again, along with Spain and Italy, then France way down in 7th place. Australia didn't make the cut. Shout out to all the amazing reporting from these vetted, verified, and fact-checked sources of news. Still, as far as we can see, the websites and online presence of traditional news outlets and journalists trained in a traditional way are still mostly the only sources for any real substantiated reporting of news. We're here for giving an independent voice to all through uncensored, decentralized media, however, so be sure to send any new news organizations who fact-check in a bibliography our way. Thank you for watching. Ciao!